Simplicity does not precede complexity, but follows it. Alan Perlis. My friends, that's what we do each and every day. We take the complicated billions of interactions in the marketplace and reduce that complexity to simplicity. The Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, our volume metric, and our trend line with our three-wave trading advantage, which is the weekly chart, the 2-day, and the half-day. And again, over and over and over, you who have been with us for months or years, you know how well this works. Let's jump into these charts. Of course, the market was closed on Friday, and we have already sent out to our Patreon members the email and loaded at the Patreon page our July 7 5-day plus ETF trading analysis and execution plan for the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, 20-year bonds, gold, and Bitcoin. Let's jump into our trade execution summary grid. The fresh one is, of course, available immediately to our Patreon members. We'll release it tomorrow after the markets open to everyone else later in the day. But let's jump into this chart, see where we are on the S&P. S&P and the NASDAQ 100 both up on Thursday. Like I said, markets closed 4th of July holiday here in the States on Friday. S&P was up 0.79%. And look at this week, average volume, nice big candle, 4 2-day candles moving up. We can see how the volume, again, peaked on the 2-day candles back on that beginning on Friday, the 27th of June. And then on the 1st of July, things sort of slid sideways a little bit, but punched up nice on the first day of the latest 2-day candle on Thursday. You can see up in the morning, about the same in the afternoon. As we hit the high for the week, it was 626.28. We closed at 625.34. We are still bullish on our directional probability. Our backtest accuracy is decent. The directional probability is good, and we are continuing to expect more up moves, although I keep telling you at some point we're going to hit a top, but it ain't yet, my friends, and we're continuing to ride that pony. Let's look at where we are on the NASDAQ. It was up almost 1% on Thursday. Nice green up candle, average volume. You can see that we've moved up on the 2-day. Not a lot of volume there on the 2-day. You can see where we had, and again, it was a holiday weekend coming. Not a lot of volume at all in the afternoon after just under average volume in the morning. But again, our directional probability is less for the NASDAQ than it was for the less for the NASDAQ 100 than it was for the S&P 500. And our backtest accuracy falls off a little bit too, but of course, we are still bullish on both of our stock indices. Let's go to 20-year U.S. government bonds. They pulled back 0.70%. And of course, as we look, and I've told you, once we hit this interim low, the 2 dead weeks, and then the green spinning top didn't quite have average volume there. Things just started tracking along. As we have watched our numbers as we run them for you every day and do our deep analysis have just been sort of sideways, even as things have been moving up. They've never caught fire, and they're still not catching fire. We are just more than a coin toss, and it's not up. It's actually down, and it's probably related to the pullback, the breaking of the 2-day trend line. We haven't broke the weekly trend line yet, and we can see on the 2-day as it has continued to move down since it really hit its peak back on Monday, if you check that out. And as we rolled through the shortened trading week, it just slid sideways and then dropped hard on Wednesday and then down on Thursday too. You're not seeing that reflected in the weekly chart, and that may be the reason that we are seeing the weakness that we are on 20-year U.S. government bonds. But either way, it's sort of a coin flip. There's not much to it. But as I've told you, I've just been looking at the candlesticks and at the patterns, and they have just continued to move up, even though our math doesn't show us that. So as we end the week, of course, with a weak and a down move, but still holding above the weekly trend line on both the 2-day, sitting on it almost now, and the half-day. We'll see what happens with bonds as we open on Monday. What about gold? Gold down 0.68%. And again, we are about neutral to a little bullish in gold. We've been bullish in gold. I'm looking back, for a while. But again, numbers that are not reaching out and shaking the tree for us. We have a weak downtrend line. We can see the prior 2-day candle for the 1st and 2nd of July was a green up candle trying to push through that weak downtrend. And as we go into Thursday, of course, we're just sitting right there on it on a doji. You can see here on the half day where we had 2 days up movement, then rolling back over and just sitting on it on the half day chart too. So again, lackadaisical in gold. Don't have anything firm to report on that. So when we get into HODL, and again, you can't really see it here on the chart as you look at it with human eyes. You, of course, see a doji back on the 2nd of June, the week beginning then a green up candle, then a doji the week beginning the 16th of June, then the week beginning the 23rd of June, sort of a red spinning top, just sort of dying on the vine. And then this week, a green candle. And our charts are just buzzing with up movement, which I'm trying my best to understand the directional probability at the decent percentage it is. The backtest accuracy is a little less accurate. We're down for the day 0.35%. You can see on the 2-day chart the up move. You can see on the half-day chart for Wednesday, and then sort of, more of a sideways slide, although it is technically down on Thursday. We're looking at the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. And for those who don't understand Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, I will put at the end of today's video a great training we have to help you understand that and what you're actually seeing there with those green candles on a day where things are going down. Helps you understand, again, the relevance between the price action based upon an average metric, which is what Heikin-Ashi tries to do for you, means average pace. So that is where we are as we get into our new week. We so appreciate you being with us. You have questions, problems, concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to us. God bless. All the best from Charting Wealth.